radiography, because I know that Israel tried to explain to us about that full-time equivalent faculty, which could sound like you can put a bunch of adjuncts together to make that. But I know the radiography program well. I know that they just can't survive without another full-time person. They can't get those adjuncts. And you don't want an adjunct being your lab coordinator when you have laboratories in 3 counties. So it's just impossible to me that the college also has not designated that as a required program. And then where do we go from there? I mean, theater arts, I mean, who doesn't love our theater arts program? And they're down to, they're down
We'll be down to 2 if we can't replace.
And where do they find people to take Pat's place? I mean, there isn't a program. Automotive, marine diving, the biology program. What do we cross out? I mean, this ranking today is going to be a ranking, which is fine. But I'm going to recommend that Josh go to the president and say, there isn't one position here that doesn't need to be filled. And that if we want to see a viable college, Santa Barbara City College, that has trying to live up to the reputation that we once had, we have to fill these positions. And our CTE programs are essential. Not that the biology isn't, it's all, I mean, we depend on anatomy and physiology with my major. I mean, we depend on everything, but CTE programs, they're expensive, but they're the fabric of our college. They're what makes us unique among community colleges in the country. And so I just don't know how we can actually say no to any of these programs. So I understand we're going to do our ranking. It's going to be what it's going to be. But I really hope that Josh, and you take anybody you want with you to make the case and go to the board. I think I don't care what Erica says.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter, go to the board.
Yes.
And we all need to be willing to go to the board in order to speak in favor of these positions. So thank you.
I will say that I was actually dreading today. And it's because this is supposed to be a celebratory moment. I presented before the Senate as well when we brought on Leda Tolentino, and at least there was some sense of excitement. We're going to bring some new colleagues in. But this is a painful process for us because we know that it's very likely there are going to be at least a few that are not going to be. So that's a concern that I have. I do intend to go to the board regardless of what our rankings are today. All of them are entirely deserving of a position. They are vital to us. It's time to also ask our new administrators in the executive cabinet and also the board members as well. Danielle's question, what is your vision? If you remember from the budget management forum, our own Chris Renberger said we can't approach this from a standpoint of scarcity. You have Dave Morris, who also said when he came onto the board that you can't just have a plan just to continually slash and slash and slash. You also have to have a plan for growth as well. I took the liberty of taking a look at budget processes for the ASCCC, and it is very explicitly outlined. In times of budget downturn, the ASCCC's official position is it's best that the budget be seen as belonging to the entire college, but also as a priority. The budget isn't supposed to be what leads the conversation here. It's supposed to be academic priorities to which the budget bends, not the other way around. And so that's the case that we're going to make. I'm going to follow up with each of the presenters to ask them if you had 3 things to recommend to the board, what would they be to make your case? Again, regardless of the rankings that we offer here, just to be able to say, we need to let the board know where we stand about why all of these positions need to be funded. And also, there are a couple on that list also that, just like HIM, shouldn't even be ranked. They should be pushed forward.
Right.
So this conversation is not over, folks. Again, I know that this is a hard task for all of us because we know that our colleagues need help. Do what you feel that you need to, be as diligent as you can in your voting. That's what we can do for now, but I will also carry this message to the board. Thank you. Again, Laura.
I see this, I know this school, or at least the administration, has been always very much against the minute somebody brings up the idea of program discontinuation, which I agree with, and I know my division agrees with, I see this as a way of a backdoor method of discontinuing programs so that they don't have to go through the process. But if there's just no full time, then it just magically goes away and nobody has to do the paperwork, nobody has to vote on it, nobody has to say anything. Oh, well, we don't have the people, what can we do? Look at our marine diving. They're the only accredited program in the country.
Yes.
How do you let that go away? That's what makes Santa Barbara City College, City College. It's why people, I'm sorry, why do all of our administrators come to City College to work here? Because you want to live in Santa Barbara and you want to put your name on this school. That's why you do it. You don't come here because there's nowhere else to teach. Like, there's a reason. They come here because they love it. It's beautiful and it's a gorgeous campus. Ask Barack Obama. It's the first thing he said when he was here. So there are things like our diving, our radiology. We put out 80% of those employed in the field in 3 counties. How do you replace that? Now, I agree there's methods. We could partner with Cottage. We can do other things, but like our theater program, there is nothing else that we do on this campus that brings that many people from outside of our immediate local Santa Barbara City College community to our campus.
I just want to, obviously echo everything you're saying because they're already doing it. I can send you all to addicted drug counseling.
Yes.
They are very happy just to let that slip away, right? We don't really have faculty to do it, and we're trying sort of to get folks who weren't hired to teach it, and but there's never been a commitment to hiring anyone. They're kind of just hoping we forget about it, I think. What I am hearing from everyone, and I'm glad that we as a body are in agreement, is that we will do the ranking today because that's our process, and we've been asked to do it. But at the end of the day, there isn't a single proposal here that we don't feel should be funded for the viability of our college.
Right.
And I will once again remind us that we are a community college.
Right.
I don't really mind the fact that we don't always have a balanced budget because we are a community college. So I would be hard pressed to find a community college who always, comes out in the black. And that shouldn't be our goal. That should not be our goal.